Now to get to the burn chamber, you have to pull the swirl fan back off and all that. Okay.
Well,
I knew that was how we got there before, but I didn't know if that was the only way to.
it's not the only way. You can use a crow's foot to get at the top of the valve to get the gas line off. I may just do that. It does have to come out of the cage though. So this is our burn chamber here. These are our gas valves right there.
Oh, I see.
I could stick a crow's foot in there and get it off.
And pop that. The line will come off with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
3/8. Overkill.
Yeah. I don't mess around, man.
Yeah. If it's tight, it ain't gonna feel tight.
Alright. So did you show down here what we're
Yeah.
doing? Okay. Yeah, we're just kind of throwing a crow's foot on the top of that swivel for the gas line. That saves me from having to take all this back apart again. But sometimes it gets a little precarious as to getting that back in there, so hopefully we'll have great success and I'll have to take it apart to put it back together.
Well, today's been full success. I wouldn't expect anything different.
We come out here for a blower issue and end up having to fix a combustion issue. Alright. There's our orifice.
Looks clean. A little carburetor jet.
It feels clean, but
Where's the actual igniter? Is that it right there?
Yep.
Does it just get red hot? Like a glow plug?
No, it ticks. It does a spark across that gap.
Oh, okay. Arcs.
To the burner head, yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to test that? Or is the click we're hearing adequate?
Right. Yeah. Hearing that click with the spark. Got a brand new service truck, and I get water in this cabin. I have no idea where it's coming from.
Hey, what's that vacuum hose in the house there?
She put central vacuum.
Oh, so that's a vacuum cleaner. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she keeps it where the air intake is.
I'll have to get myself one of those.
All right. Put it up. No. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the burner head out of here and let's just make sure that everything's looking good. So that's our igniter there. And it looks great, you know. I don't see any cracks in the ceramic. It doesn't have a bunch of carbon buildup on the tip. Looks good.
So you used to evaluate those kind of like a spark plug?
Yeah, pretty much. If it's got a crack, then you replace it. You can clean the carbon off the tip though. A little bit of brake cleaner and some sandpaper, or some very, very, very fine sandpaper or cheesecloth, something like that. Look down in there, I don't really see anything in there either. Nothing that concerns me.
Another beetle.
Oh yeah. I don't like the bug or the band.
Yeah.
Right, well. I am going to take that orifice off and just make sure there ain't nothing inside. just make our do our due diligence. So I just take a small socket.
Yeah.
Take that off there. Nothing metal in that hole. If you got like a thin toothpick or something, you could do that. But they say because of that brass, I don't know how exact it has to be. Don't put anything metal in that hole. Here we go. 9:30 seconds. Clean as a whistle. Yeah, you
See
go.
the sun? Oh yeah. Yeah, because we can smell the gas.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes I've caught like a dead spider in that hole, and you still smell the
Not
gas.
getting enough gas.
Yes, it interferes with the flow of the gas.
I wonder if it could somehow be that igniter. I mean, it looks great, but
That tube is clean. All right.
it wouldn't be the igniter because we heard it, right?
That's my theory. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I've had it where the igniter's actually touching the burner head, and of course it doesn't spark.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't hear nothing. It's like it should be taken. I don't hear a thing.
Is there a set of how far you want that, or is it just?
It's like 5/16. Is that right? 5/6.
Anywhere around like a 1/4 inch would be all right.
Yeah, I see them less than that.
3/16.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
All right.
realized earlier when I said like 3/4 electrical, and then I ended up doing like a 1 1/8 total.
All right, burner head's going back in. And if you can see here, I didn't know if you got any of this earlier, but just 2 screws right down here on the foot. 1 screw right there, and then the 2 screws that hold our electrode in. One of them is for the burner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the way they've got that igniter, it's kind of a dummy proof as far as the gap between it and the burner, but I've seen them where they're off.
Another beetle.
Inside?
Yeah. Right there.
You jerk.
The luck we're having today was probably a beetle just partying right on top of the
It
orifice.
probably parked right on top of it. Yeah. All right. Okay, this is what it looks like when we opened it, put it back together, got all our screws in place there. And then as you can, I don't know how well you can see it on camera with the igniter and the gap over the burner head.
It's only 8.
Yeah, it's pretty thin. So that's a good gap there. So it should be ready to rock and roll. Trying to keep our gasket in place. And right now, while this is loose, I'm going to go ahead and try and get my swivel down here started. Oh, I forgot to touch that gas valve up in the bottom. There we go. Things you forget. This is the only thing I don't like about using the crow's foot. Is access.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have it. trade back off?
What's that?
You want to trade off here?
Sure, we can. Right on, right on. Beautiful. So the other day I had a brand new camper with a brand new furnace, and the customer was smelling gas inside the coach. And long story short, is that swivel right there wasn't tight. Brand new furnace, even had an inspection sticker on it, inspected by number 13. Well, number 13 missed the loose gas line.
Put a ratchet on this.
Yes, yes. Okay, well, we cleaned it out the best we could. It wasn't dirty, but it was beetledy. Well, the pressure that comes out of that orifice is real gentle.
So it could have sat right on it.
Mm-hmm. And just went around it, you know?
Yeah.
It's, you know, like 10, 11 water column of pressure. It's not much.
What's a water column in comparison to PSI?
Oh, that's a good question. I know that typically the tanks come out at 30 to 33 PSI. The gas comes out.
They get regulated way down, right?
Way down, yeah. So
probably less than 1, or they probably just use PSI.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how many water column make a pound.
But that's how you guys generally, that's what y'all generally use for pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's go back inside, put it back in again, and surely
it'll go now.
Victory will be ours. We, you know, found some stink bugs and some Japanese beetles. We cleaned out a little bit of that. Went and put the furnace back in, and the furnace would blow and run great, but it wouldn't ignite. So now we got a combustion issue. So we had to take the furnace back out of the cabinetry, which we didn't show you, and took it back out to the truck, which we did show you, and cleaned out the burn chamber real good. Could not find any bugs in the orifice. It was just bugs in the burn chamber. So the best that I can surmise is one of those little Japanese beetles that was crawling around in the burn chamber, parked itself over the orifice or part of the orifice or something, and was messing up the gas flow so it wouldn't ignite. So anyway, we vacuumed out all the bugs, put it all back together, got it back inside, put it back in the cabinetry, hooked it all up, turned it on, and boom, first shot, blowing heat. So we got her all buttoned up, all put back together, and we let it run for a good few minutes because Jason was getting cooked down there on the floor. We're gonna say that we solved her problem, and that is it for that job, and we are heading down the road to another one. So don't forget to subscribe, click that bell. What else do people say?
Hit that like button.
Oh, the like button. Yeah, you got to like the video, right? So if you'll do those things, we would greatly appreciate it. And our intention is to keep putting videos out so we can help folks know and understand their campers better, possibly fix it themselves. If not, VLRV or guys like us out there would be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.